will stop. If you want to touch the gaffs, back to the counters.
Askham in the white shorts, blue corner. Murodov, red corner, black and green shorts. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Luke Barnett, and that southpaw versus orthodox. Evident from the start here, Luke.
And Murodov starting off very loose, moving well. Askham, a crafty southpaw, very difficult to deal with, throws that kick very well.
Oh,
back straight in with the takedown, and has that explosive energy, especially in the first round.
A lot of his finishes come in that first round, Luke.
Looking for that arm drag to the back is Scott. Now in the half guard on the bottom, digging in, good with that left hand. Interesting to see this from Mac early on, get the takedown. Got it down with ease, to be honest. Good timing, maybe unexpected from Scott.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Yeah, I think it was unexpected. I think it surprised Askham.
Managing to control this position and stifle Scott a little bit on the ground. Has that underhook on the right-hand side, trying to push that hip.
And Scott Askham, you'll see the gum shield there for his brother Tig. Lost his brother in a car accident. Still carries that memory. Fights for him in honor of him.
Very good tactical decision this early on from Murodov, because then if they do get back to the feet, he can always feint that takedown and explode in. He does that very, very well. Now trying to elevate, gets those butterfly hooks. Great work from Scott. Scott's crafty on the ground, dangerous.
Yeah, a legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Murodov controls pressure here, Luke.
Has long limbs as well. Good pass attempt there. So he can throw those legs up pretty well. Not used to seeing him on the back in the center of the octagon cage, though.
Interesting start from Matt Murodov, and again, respecting the quality of Askham, I'm sure, and Askham a finisher himself, 12.
Well, Askham likes to make it dirty. He likes to be on, when he's on the feet, he likes the war. He almost steps into it, likes elbows, likes knees, likes that liver kick with the southpaw stance, And sometimes strikers, they just don't like dealing with southpaw, so maybe that's it with Mac as well. I think it's tactically a fantastic decision from him to get this down to the mat. I want to see a bit more urgency from Scott on the ground, a little bit relaxed at the moment. Gets hold of this shoulder now, trying to get the foot on the hip. Could switch something up now, has a good position.
They're working to try and make some space or make something happen. Matt Murodov, though, trains at that monster gym, Petr Kanija, in his corner, but also has spent the majority of his camp at Ankos MMA training with the likes of Jon Serdu.
And he now is in his own corner as well. I mean, Askham now has foot on the hip and he's back up against the fence. I imagine we'll see Scott build up and try and get back up to his feet pretty soon.
Look at that head pressure from Matt Murodov.
Yeah, you see it here with the referee's cam. Has that whizzer. See if he can kick that kick off with that right leg. At the moment, just bullying him, though, is Matt Murodov.
There's a great video with Carlos Ramola talking about his first rounds with Matt Murodov, and again, Carlos is usually the bull, and he said Murodov got hold of me and just manhandled me like no one had, and he went to Petr Kanija, who is this guy, who is this kid, and he said he couldn't even sleep that night because he thought about the rounds that he went through with Matt Murodov.
The question is if he can keep it up for the 3 rounds, though. He has that explosive energy, and he is very, very powerful on top, as you can see. And he's been pretty calm so far in this first round, hasn't expelled too much energy, because Askham's not really, he's a pro, he's a veteran, he's taking his time getting up to his feet. He's not in any real danger here at the moment. Just obviously losing the round. Minute and a half remain, trying to now set something up. Great movement there from Mac.
What is he trying to set there? He got the foot on the hip, he's got the shoulders up. Oh, there's good shots on the inside.
Yeah, they were underneath the arm. There you go, that's inspired out Scott to get back up to his feet. Does well there. In on the arm drag here, maybe going to try and get himself off that fence.
1 minute, 5 seconds left.
A very good defensive wrestler up against the cage is Scott. Hard to take down. See if Mac can make it happen. Gets in on this single. Great wrist control on that right arm from Scott. Head position's perfect here from Mac.
Murodov as well.
Only a minute remaining, and Murodov in his corner taking very calm instruction. Done a great job so far in this opening round.
And I think it was a surprise to Askham that he came out with that takedown so early. Excellent game plan though, Luke.
And perfectly timed. If he can get this takedown, as he gets another explosive takedown, that's interesting to see. Almost like a high crotch, and then pulled him off the fence and circled him out. Only 20 seconds remain, though. Very impressive, this.
And not the sort of,
nice elbows.
Not the positions or the sustained positions we're used to seeing Askham in. Oh, here's the clacker looking maybe to drop one more shot in.
We've seen him dive over the guards before. There he goes.
There you
That's
go.
that right hand.
Oh, he's caught him.
Mac looks so relaxed.
And that's his type of fight. Off we go. Touching gloves.
Let's see if we can change the momentum in this one now. Circling away from the power is Mac, doing well, stepping off to his left, crossing his feet a little bit, because obviously it's the way you're not used to going. If you're an orthodox fighter, fighting against an orthodox fighter, used to going, you know, to the right, measured.
Oh, look at that up and under. He read that completely, Luke. It was almost like he saw it in slow motion. Threw the jab, pulled back, saw the kick coming and just ducked under it. Exquisite.
And now he's got this wrist ride.
And we saw Askham struggle with this position. What difference does he have to make now? Again, he's away from the cage.
I feel like he needs to get out of jiu-jitsu mode and get out of defense mode and get into offense, and needs to start hustling. You know, he needs to start working, because that wrist ride, beautiful. Great work here from Murodov. Maybe getting this side choke attempt. Has the setup. Scott aware and escapes. I feel we just need some urgency from him on the bottom. I think in the first round, like you said, he just was a bit relaxed. But now Mac is doing everything he can to upset the breathing and let these little shots. They're not big, but they just are annoying, and they heighten the heart rate and tire you out and make you open up the different positions so maybe you can pass. You know, Scott needs to get on his side, needs to get an underhook, needs to push in the hips, needs to do something.
The other thing they do is chip away at the time as well, Luke, and that's going fast already. 1.5 minutes into this second round, and Askham back in the same spot.
Yeah, and again, settling it for the jiu-jitsu game at the moment on the bottom. It's very, very difficult. Listen, Mac's doing all the right things, moving his hips very well, passing laterally as well, you can see. But I'd like Scott to open up the guard and try and be active. It's very difficult in the middle of the cage to make anything happen, especially with Mac's style, what he's doing. He's so high up the body at the moment. He needs to get the foot on the hip like he did in the previous round.
Yeah, look at Mac as well. Trying to stifle the breathing, fingers across the mouth. Short shots.
Nice shoulder shrugs as well from the top.
Watch out, these shots are in the back of the head. Watch out for that.
Now, Scott Askham was supposed to fight Karim Engizek. That fight came off, unfortunately. Now Engizek is fighting for the title, and I'm sure Kinsel and Engizek, in fact, the rest of the middleweight division will have their eyes firmly on this fight.
Now Askham looking to do something with that left butterfly hook. Gives up on it now. He's got the guard high up the back. But again, Mac just very, very high at the moment, trying to create some posture. That left foot on the hip now for Scott on the bottom. Trying to work his way up the body. Difficult to do, but the cage is just there, though. We saw him get up in the first round. Time is good. So 3 minutes have gone, though, in this round. Just been in a negative position for far too long.
Yeah,
now we'll see the fence. Now we need to see if we can do something. But it's impossible, not impossible, but extremely difficult to get up in the full guard. You need to get your feet under you. Now he's got that foot on the hip, needs to push away. Mac will be putting all of his weight through his hips and his head.
Yeah, Mac's weight distribution is excellent as well.
Yeah, you can see it. Pushes off, tries to get back up, needs to push that head down. This is his moment. Good control of that wrist there from Mac to pull him off the fence. Whizzer here from Scott, needs to get on his side or try and get some sort of sweep. Very, very difficult.
90 seconds.
Here, Aaron Abbey in the corner. Scott Askham, yeah, saying 90 seconds.
Yeah, Jack Grant, Steve Nightingale and Aaron Abbey all in the corner there of Scott Askham.
This is a flawless performance so far from Murodov. Not taking any damage, really, not in any danger, in complete control. And just bullying at the moment, using his physicality.
And again, it's made even more impressive when you think about the opponent, right? You know what sort of fights Askham has been in. Has had a phenomenal career in Europe.
Well, styles make fights, obviously, and I'd say this is definitely for most English fighters as well, but this is the weakness for most English guys, right? The wrestling, but not the takedowns, but just the positional strength. Go for the leg lock.
Diving for the leg.
Might get this. Uses that to stand back up, but gets bullied back down. Beautiful attempt, great try. Might see it again from him if he can elevate with this butterfly hook on the left side.
I like that, though, just trying something different.
They're crafty again, like I said. And was close as well, almost got the wrap.
20 seconds left in this second round. It has been more of the same from Maxmud Murodov. One question really asked by Scott Askham with the leg attack, but Murodov ahead of the game on that, separates and they're straight back to top position.
Looks extremely uncomfortable here, does Scott. You know, that head position, buried in him, heavy is Murodov.
They touch gloves and off we go.
There's the team.
There you go, third and final round here. Nice shot from Scott Askham, that rear leg firing into the midsection of Murodov.
Needs to time these kicks, needs to throw some hands, control the no man's land, and then throw a beautiful return kick there from the Uzbek. That's his style, that's what we're used to seeing from him.
Now it's across that midsection, maybe that teep, that kick to the liver.
Oh, that come up high. Good spot that, Brian. You saw it. He was leaving that opening. Scott saw it as well. Just skimmed off the head there with the feet.
3.5 minutes now for Askham.
Returns that teep. This is much better though so far for Askham. Managed to control the distance. That's what he struggled with in the first and second. Doesn't want to overthrow. That's the mistake he made in the second round. Throwing that head kick a little bit too close. Both go for the same calf kick. That little half step back from Scott, he controls the distance very, very well.
Oof, right hand comes over the top.
That landed though, he caught it, but it landed to the body. That little change of start, change of level from Mac is great. They can feint that now and power in with that right hand because Scott's so aware of the takedowns, does not want to get taken down now with 2.5 minutes left to go in this third round. Needs a finish, needs a knockout. Mac switches to southpaw, switches back to orthodox.
Smell that level change coming.
Yeah, he's looking low. I can see him waiting to time it. He's worried about that knee that we saw from Scott. Left hand lands, knocks the head back a little bit of Mac.
Yeah, the most success in this round Scott has had in the fight.
This is more of a fight I expected to see, to be honest, in the first and second, but Mac got on top, got control.
The entries were so good and quick as well. The crowd want more here as well, you can hear that. For the first time in this arena we got boos.
Again, using that knee, maybe just to put off this takedown attempt, even if it's just psychological. That right hand come over the top. I'd like to see that teep come back from Scott again. That worked out so well when he came out in the first, because he can stop that. It will stop him flying forward. If he can go to the midsection with that teep a couple times, he'll bring the hand down again. That right hand is low of Mac though. He's circling the right way. Ooh, that's what I expected to see from Murodov. They fly forward and throw 3 shots, and he's got some devastating knockouts. If you go watch his highlights, minute and 20 seconds left. Scott's got to go for broke here.
Yeah, really the clock is against him firmly now. You can tell he's a little bit wary of this, wary of these entries.
Better hips this time, good work.
A nice knee.
Now needs to circle off the fence, needs to use that overhook. He's got control of the wrist. Going into that single, this is the high crotch that Mac got earlier, I think it was the second round. It was from this position again, but controlling the wrist well.
Final 45 seconds of this.
Yeah, Mac just needs to stifle the fight now, just needs to control up against the fence. Scott's the one who's got all the work to do. Needs to show urgency, needs to push the head, needs to make something happen. Very, very tough. Not a fight I expected to see the way this has played out.
No, but made it impressive, more impressive the performance of Murodov just because of how well we know and how good Scott Askham is.
Maybe has an opportunity here for a ninja choke off that front headlock, that front neck, if he's got it underneath the chin. Mac aware of it though and bringing that head high. Punches his way out of it, does well. 10-second clacker, looking for the arm drag is Scott. He's battling for it, gets it, needs to go.
Now chasing, something jump knee is from Murodov.
And frustration on the face of Askham. A tough fight, a fantastic performance in the return as they exchange.
Maxmud Murodov.